Everybody, good morning. I'm sitting here in Julia Davis Park. I had to kind of make myself get up this morning and go out and really look at the nature in this rose garden here. It's really gorgeous, but I was feeling really gross this morning. My muscles were really tense, and I've been processing a lot through my dreams to where I feel exhausted when I wake up. And so it really took the energy for me to push myself to go and go out and do these things and be in these places. And I feel like a lot of people are probably processing a lot right now and feeling similarly. But I just wanted to show everybody how gorgeous it is outside. It's a really beautiful morning. I really enjoy being out. I wanted to record this reading and I recorded most of it, but my camera wasn't on the whole time, so I'm gonna go for round two. But initially, as I was doing this, I realized or earlier this morning, I realized that we have a meteor shower later tonight, and I've seen two shooting stars already this week, or I guess in the past 7 or 8 days. And immediately as I pulled these two cards, I was reminded that, that is something that's going to happen. I believe that the peak of that tonight is going to be 2 a.m. till dawn is when you're going to be able to see the most shooting stars. And that's really present in our owl energy, which has to do with a treasure, whether it be spiritually, metaphysical, or in our physical lives manifesting. And then over here we have our feminine lunar energy with this tiger, which is a really powerful grounding in this feminine energy and the spiritual energy. Both of these are very spiritual cards, but they're also very very much gifted energy. I guess if that makes any sense. We're going to be receiving something, which is super important with the rest of this reading. And if I go over here to our recent past, we have this eagle and this lamb as our clarifier. But initially, this eagle has to do with revealing truth, being a truth seeker, revealing truth, and truth being revealed to you in almost a jarring way. Along with our lamb clarifier, which the lamb clarifier has to do with listening to the silence and the truth revealed, truth being revealed about something that has been hidden, or something that has been buried really deep down that we really had to listen, or maybe we were supposed to listen and we haven't, so it had to be revealed in this kind of aggressive way that has been very, I'd say, frightening to the majority of people, and a lot of events that have been happening recently that are frightening to the majority of people, really revealing how all of this inner hate, that has been stuck with us for a really long period of time. And it's been very difficult, but this is a kind of an energy to shake this up, to reveal how people feel about other people in their lives, and to try to remedy this in the best way possible. And moving into our present energies, we have this deer, which is in this deck, it's the feminine earth energy aspect. It has a lot to do with seeing beauty and new life and transformation, but it is in reverse along with this wolf card, which is our protective, kind of aggressive protective sign. But this deer in reverse has to do with protecting children, protecting the child within, which I would read as we have these insecurities about ourselves, about life, about what's going on that we recognize. And this energy has to do with, loving ourselves, seeing the worth in ourselves, seeing the innocence in ourselves, but at the same time being afraid to really put it out there on this large scale, on this large level with this wolf energy, which the wolf card is also a very clarifying card, because it has to do with this fear, wanting to protect in a motherly, caring way. This feminine way can really come out in this aggressive kind of way towards other people, because this wolf card can be very good. It's a very family-oriented card, but it also, if you push this energy too hard, can turn into this need to control people and need to have people do exactly the same thing that you do, or maybe you feel that about yourself. So there is this value in this precious energy, this respecting the energy of the child, but at the same time wanting to protect the child within, or the child surrounding you, children surrounding you with this aggressive energy that could even be limiting to them, not letting them express themselves, be out of fear, out of love, but out of fear at the same time. So, and then if we go into our near future cards, I feel like this is kind of a personal card as well. This oyster card has to do a lot with clamming up about our truth, along with this lizard card, which has to do with really noticing the subtle things about ourselves, our subtle gifts. But this oyster has to do with us. We need to express these things. We need to express our uniqueness and our what gives us joy and what brings us happiness. But we're also afraid because that's not how humans have been really socialized to be. You know, it's a lot about doing what we're supposed to, doing what everybody tells us to do, not really following our own hearts, even though oftentimes that is what's said to be projected. There's also this inner fear that if we go after what we think is right, then it's going to damage us in some way. And you know, we're really being called down here, and this cobra energy kind of accentuates this, but we're really being called to express those inner parts of ourselves, because it is important, and express what we love and what we think is important. Down here with this cobra is this inner strength, this inner teacher, inner guide, that is both residing within us, residing with the life purpose that you incarnated with, but also with the world around us, and listening to the larger energies that are pushing and pulling, and really trying to reconnect to that and reconnect to nature. Along with this frog energy has to do with frogs being amphibians, and you know, as old as they get, and even as much as they like the land and they like to be there, you always, as a frog, need to go back to the water to rejuvenate. And I feel like this cobra energy, this inner spiritual intuition, has to do with the water. You need to return to your inner guides when we have to do with all of this fear, and we have to go through all of these things that maybe we don't completely understand. And that's something, you know, you connect all the way back to this tiger energy, really residing in this feminine strength and this feminine aspect. And I think that everything that's happening right here over the past, I don't know, few months, really has to do with all of these things, and really has to do with understanding who we are and getting back to the root of who we are without fear of judgment. Because judgment's always going to be there, but it doesn't mean that we need to let it control ourselves. And this bee has to do with other residing or relating aspects, which the bee in reverse, I still would consider a good card. It has to do a lot with community and working together and being democratic. But it also has to, when it's in reverse, it says we need to remember who we are and get back to the root of that. Sorry about the guy with the weed whacker. But it talks about connecting to nature and connecting to the people that you love and what you love to do. And I think that is a very good overview for this whole card. We do have the bottom of the deck card, which is the fire ant in reverse. And that really has to do with not feeding back into negative energy, and remembering that everything is going to ultimately reveal itself as, you know, in a positive way. Everything has a purpose eventually, and that's something that we need to remember. But I really thank you guys for sitting here and watching. If you felt that this is important, remember to go out and make sure you watch that meteor shower. I think that they're going to start coming down at like 9 or 10, but like I said earlier, the peak of it is going to be at 2 to dawn, I believe. But that should be, at least from what I've seen so far this week, I feel like it's going to be pretty eventful, and I feel like it's definitely going to shake some of this stagnant energy loose, this gross feeling that we've been going through for the past 2 or so months, or longer than that, but especially the last 2 or so months. So thanks for watching. Thanks for watching. I hope you guys have a wonderful day.